Hello and thank you for joining us on the Tuesday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, Governor Monday Okpebolo intervenes, turns already run down Edo School into a modern citadel of learning. Senator Monguno calls for emergency security summit as Boko Haram overruns another army base in Marte, Borno State. Saraki heads 7-member PDP reconciliation committee as Wike PDP governors, others meet to discuss party's leadership crisis. And later on the show, JAMB engages IT experts to probe alleged UTME technical glitches. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Utitoju and Olayinka Oyegbile. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Education is the foundation of every great society. But when schools collapse, dreams follow. In a bold and impactful move, Governor Monday Okpebolo has turned a once dilapidated school in Edo State into a modern citadel of learning. This school, which had long been neglected, stood as a symbol of the challenges in our educational system. Under his leadership, extensive renovations have transformed the school's infrastructure, equipping it with state-of-the-art facilities. The renovated school now embodies a modern educational hub that promises to raise the next generation of leaders.
Army Day Secondary School in Orca local government area of Edo State stood as a symbol of dilapidated buildings, making it impossible for students to access a proper learning environment. This situation turned the dream of quality education into a distant hope, leaving students to struggle in a setting that was far from conducive. Teachers, too, shared in the frustration, enduring the same harsh conditions while trying to teach.
This school will lack the basic infrastructure. There is no windows, no doors, and again, there is no seats. In Army Day, you cannot control the students because everywhere is open. There's no perimeter fencing. We have open roof. Right in the classroom, you'll be seeing the sky. It's a horrible situation when you come to Army Day.
Our students sit on the floor each day to learn, no chairs, no board for learning. With the teachers, we usually write on the wall with chalk. And this one wastes chalk a lot. There's no laboratory to perform experiments for the science students. The classes are not enough, and there are too much in a class. So to teach population like that is not very easy.
After several years of neglect, a turning point finally arrived with the intervention of Governor Monday Okpebolo, who made the revitalization of the state's education sector a priority. His intervention began with a direct visit to the school, where the governor witnessed firsthand the dire conditions. This led to an immediate directive for the renovation of the buildings aimed at creating a conducive learning space. Weeks of intensive construction have now resulted in a transformed school environment, one that brings joy and pride to both the students and teachers. The school administrator pledged to properly maintain the newly renovated structures, ensuring that the improvements remain sustainable for years to come.
We promise, by the grace of God, we are going to take good care of it. We are going to ensure they will not be destroyed.
I want to thank Senator Monday Okpebolo for being a great governor of Edo State. He has done 90 things in our school, and as he's going to do more, he will never lack anything good in this life.
Upon assuming office, Governor Okpebolo declared a state of emergency in public schools across the state, recognizing the urgent need to address years of neglect. This intervention at Army Day Secondary School marks a significant step towards addressing the systemic issues in the education sector and restoring hope to the future of Edo's children.
All right then, BK, looking at this package. Now, early this year, I think in the month of March, Governor Monday Okpebolo declared state of emergency, in public schools across the state. It's a good thing that this intervention is yielding results.
Yes, I was even getting emotional when I was looking at the way that school looked like when the governor visited the place during Easter and what it's looking like now. According to the head teacher, the day after I visited that place, the contractor arrived on the scene. And he was wondering, what are you looking for? Exactly. He said, governor said they should start working
immediately.
The day after. So if that is not purposeful leadership, I wonder what purposeful. Look at the way it was. Look at the way it was. And according to him, hoodlums, once they leave school, hoodlums will come.
Exactly.
They will even be packing their excrement the next day. Because the hoodlums have turned the school to their own. And a lot of the schools in that state were like this. Remember, we discussed this before. But what I'm impressed about is the speed with which the governor caused a turnaround. Look at these students sitting on the floor. Look at their blackboard in this modern age. You know? But if you look at what that school looks like now, you will not believe that it's the same school. This is what we want to see.
Absolutely.
Don't just spend the time agonizing, complaining, oh, this government has done this. You have an opportunity. Make a difference.
Sure.
Make a difference. And look at the difference that we are seeing. The roof is there now. The ceiling is there now. The students now sit. I mean, I don't know. Leadership is not more than this. Show the people that you care about them. Make good things happen. Our people are, the standards of our people.
They're not asking for too much.
Yes. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's not as if that people have such high standards.
Exactly.
Just impress them a little bit. They will appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Look at that school. Look at the interior of the school now. Look at what that school is looking like. Who will not be happy with this? The man is not interested in is it finesse or what do you call it? Yeah. You know, he's not interested in niceties. He's not interested in flowery English. He's not interested in that. He doesn't even have it. But what he lacks in eye-catching elocution, he has in rugged determination to make great things happen.
And it
shows. It shows. It shows. You know, I've said that this is a governor to watch. Absolutely. And I still stand by, because what I saw when he marked 100 days suggests to me that this man will do so much, and within a short time, they will begin to see. Those states, they didn't have an overhead bridge.
Yes.
But around the Ramat area, you can see an overhead bridge is being constructed. Maybe the next time I go there now, that bridge will be standing. So this is what we want to see, purposeful leadership. And don't waste time about projects. Make it happen as quick as you can make it happen. Exactly. That is what Nigerians want to see. Those children now, look at one of them saying, today I can proudly say that I'm a product of this school. In the past, they could not boast about their school. They were
they had their best. But they
what is don't take me there, please.
All right. I mean, the government is giving so much attention to public schools. I mean, talk to me.
You know, when just this week, JAMB released its results, everybody was huffing and puffing, and so on and so forth. Now, if you look at that school, the way it was, a school like that, where students or pupils were sitting on the floor, how would there be electricity or computer for them to know? So, you know where the result, where the JAMB results got, where we got the kind of JAMB result we got. Now, what I want to see, I hope that this will be a continuous thing.
Sure.
It is not
Exactly.
just to do one and leave the other. Because you see, I always, when governors come in, their first 4 years is always easy for them to begin to do things and all that. But after that, they relax.
Okay.
So what we want to see is a continuation of this so that people of Edo State will be able to know that, look, this man really means business. He should not be fatigued. I know there must be many more than this one here.
Of course.
And it should not be something that will be only in the state capital alone. Outside all the senatorial districts, in the villages and so on, there will be worse schools than this. If this can be in the neck of wood of the capital, I mean, you wonder what will happen outside the capital city. So I hope that the governor will not rest on his words. He will do more than that and let people see that he has worked.
Exactly.
So that it won't be a case of just concentrating on one. I mean, when you look at this environment now, the teachers will be happy to go to school. The students will be happy to go to school. And you will be happy to sit down and learn. It's a conducive atmosphere.
Environment.
I mean,
Absolutely.
so I think it's a very good thing.
All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. In times of crisis, action speaks louder than words. And now, calls for action are growing louder as Chief Whip of the Senate, Mohammed Tahir Mongunu, is urging the government to convene an emergency national security summit. This follows a recent surge in Boko Haram and ISWAP attacks, including a deadly assault on soldiers in Marte, Borno State, which is part of the lawmakers' constituency. He described the attacks as a serious setback in the fight against terrorism and warned that continued violence threatens national stability. With communities under siege, the Chief Whip's message is clear. It is time to act decisively before more lives are lost. Now, BK, Senator Mongunu is calling for a national security summit. But talk to me, is this what we need right now to address, the insecurity situation?
Well, I would say that's not the only thing we need, but it's probably part of what we need.
Part of what we need.
We have to look at this problem holistically.
Okay.
We cannot use a one-dimensional method to fix the problem. There's a problem of insufficient armament.
Okay.
There's a problem of morale. There's a problem of laxity on the part of commanders. Commanders believing that, look, the job is done, that they needed to relax. There is a problem of not adhering with the standard operational procedure.
Okay.
When attacked by the enemy, the way that we are seeing. There's a problem of morale. So many problems that need to be addressed. When you look at Senator Mongunu, comes from Mongunu local government, one of the most distant local governments in the country. This happened in his area of influence. And Borno North is one of the most dangerous parts of Borno State. Now, the local government where it comes from, Monguno, only one town, that is the local government headquarters, is inhabited by people.
Only one town?
Only one town.
The whole local government?
Yes, I'm the one saying it to you. Only one town. That's his hometown. The other places are not safe. People don't live in those communities.
Wow.
Now, the governor of the state, Professor Umara Zulum, comes from, by birth,
Okay.
I mean, let me say, by origin, comes from Monguno local government. The town Zulum is actually in Monguno local government. But the governor by birth comes from Mafa local government, which is just less than 60 kilometers to Maiduguri.
Okay.
Everybody talks about the governor who is from Mafa. Even some Borno people argue with me in Abuja that the governor is from Mafa. And I said, no. That name Zulum originates from Monguno. So that's not. Exactly. And I'm saying that since 2014, that town Zulum, nobody has lived in that town till today.
Since 2014.
The governor's hometown. The governor's hometown. The Minister of Agriculture, Kiari, Abubakar Kiari, comes from Gashigar. Nobody is fit to live in Gashigar, and that is since 2014. Our outspoken senator from Borno South, Ali Mohammed Ndume, comes from a village called Ambagda in Goza local government area. Ambagda is a no-go area.
Really?
So if the governor is traveling, he probably will stay, most likely will stay in Goza. He won't go to his hometown. This is not fiction that I'm telling you.
That's the reality.
This is the reality of Borno. And by extension, Yobe, because they went to Bunigeri the other day and overran a military base in the hometown of the governor of Yobe State. So even these attacks are happening in the communities of prominent
individuals. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you can go to Bunigeri, I did a documentary about Buniyadi the other day. We went to Bunigeri and we were not accompanied by by the grace of God, we were not accompanied by a single soldier. And we did that documentary about that secondary school. Yes, where they slaughtered more than 40 male students in their sleep. I went there, entered their hostels and all that. Okay. That place, the places I went to that time, if I go there now...
You can't go there now.
Maybe you will be writing my obituary.
Oh, God forbid.
So this is, I'm just trying to paint a picture of the degeneration of security. If I went to Bunigeri, I came back, no problem. You then went to an army base located in the city, overran it. Between October and March this year, we have lost more than 100 soldiers. Many are missing. That should tell you that, look, things are not like the way they used to be. We used to come here and express our joy about improvement in security. But along the line, some things happened. Remember, we belong to the Multinational Joint Task Force.
MNJTF.
With Niger Republic, Cameroon, and Chad. Now, unfortunately for us, Niger Republic especially, that has the most extensive border with Nigeria of all our neighbors. Yes. Niger Republic, they don't want to have anything to do with us anymore. So, and already even Niger Republic is half a failed state. I've always talked about that. A lot of areas in that place, they are ungoverned areas. Now, terrorists can move in from those places into our country.
Unhindered, they can
because the people there, they are not bothered.
They are not bothered.
They carried out attacks. This one in New Market that happened around 3 a.m. They lie fighting at odd hours because they also have night vision goggles. So when you have night vision goggles, it looks like daytime when you are fighting at night. The attack on Sabongeri in Damboa local government, where they killed quite a number of our soldiers.
Okay.
They started fighting us from around 11 p.m. and it lasted till like 5 a.m. This last one, 3 a.m., they came at 3 a.m. That usually people are not even ready for a fight at that time. And what Senator Monguno is saying is that even these attacks are unprovoked. That means it's not as if you took the battle to them and they fought back. They are just people on their own. They come and then they just start killing people.
Okay.
So what we need, as I've said earlier, is beyond a summit. But I will ask for a summit. I will not say no, don't do it.
Okay.
But there are problems. How do we quickly replace weapons that have been stolen? Because every time they launch an attack, it is with a mission to steal weapons. How do we quickly, how do we also get the Air Force to respond quickly when these things happen? Because when they overrun a base, it is the duty of the Air Force to ensure they don't take those weapons away. Even if you are going to bomb the weapon, let us loose, let them loose. So how do we stop? Because the more weapons they stock, the more difficult it will be for us to defeat the enemy.
Okay. There's a book by Olarotimi entitled it
Holding Talks. I was just going to mention that.
I mean, this summit, is it just going to be about talks? But how can we solve this monster called insecurity?
You just took that out of me. You can see, I've already written that down.
Oh, really?
Now, I want to differ with the issue of holding security summit. At a security summit, you will have all the NSA, all of them there. It's an open thing. So they will not be able to disclose strategies. They will not be able to. So what we need is perhaps a closed door summit of all these security experts. Whether they are in uniform, they are retired, or they are still in service. Because the idea of holding a national security summit, to me, would just be like a jamboree. Let people who are security experts come together in a closed-door meeting. Let them tell themselves the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because why is it that at some point we thought we have defeated these people? And then maybe there was a relaxation or something, and then they regrouped and they started coming. If they can go to a military barrack to devastate the military barrack, what else will not happen? So I think the security, they like using the word security architecture or whatever it is. Whether it's security architecture or security geography or literature, that it doesn't matter. What we want is action. So our security apparatus need to be rejigged. Not talking of officials now, there's security chiefs and all that, but they all need to sit down. Now, where is it that we are getting this thing wrong? What is happening? And as BKO has said, if we have weapons that have been stolen, there must be a way for us to restock and take the fight to these people. We should not be sitting down and then, like a sitting dog, they just come and override a whole military barracks and everything's going on like that.
Now, the northern governors and the traditional rulers, recently they said state police, they need it now. Do you agree with that one?
I agree with it. But another point we need to talk about is, it is not the structure you create that, look, all these structures, state police, state this and all that, yes, we need them, but that will not be the solution. Is it the police that will confront these people we are talking about? The traditional rulers, by all means, are supposed to be the closest people to the grassroots.
Absolutely.
Because they have the traditional rulers there in this palace, they have the Bale like we have in Yoruba land, then we have the Seriki and Gwa and the rest of them in the north and so on. So these are the people that know everybody that comes into a community.
Exactly.
So they need to sit down together and give themselves a good talk. Now, recently, some attacks that were carried out in Benue and Plateau State, they said they were foreigners. Nigerians don't want to hear that. Nigerians don't want to hear that they are foreigners. We have been hearing this since 2014 or whenever all this crisis started. What we want to see is, how do you rein in this attack?
Now, we'll be going for a break now,
Yes.
but I still need you to, why is the North? Let's look at the push and pull factor here. I mean, why is the North a fertile ground for insecurity? As in, what sets them up for insecurity? What is the reason? Why?
Okay, you know what? The thread that you refuse to train today.
Okay, just hold that
is
thought.
the terrorists of
We have
tomorrow.
Amadi calling in from Port Harcourt. Amadi, let's talk. Amadi, are you still with us? Okay, we lost connection. Okay. All right, go ahead. Okay, we lost connection. Back to
Yes, as I was saying, the child that you refuse to train today is the terrorists of tomorrow. We have too many untrained, unskilled children in the north. And you see, there is a saying that he that is down need fear no fall. The way some of these children behave, I mean, they don't have anything. Maybe some of them, the only asset in life that he perhaps has, maybe is the wheelbarrow. Another one, maybe only the pan, the plate that you used to beg around. So if those ones, that doesn't matter to them. But if you have a trained child, children who have been trained, I mean, parents who have trained their children, they won't expose them to all
Okay,
that.
just hold that thought.
We don't have, it is a time bomb.
Yeah,
That is the problem.
we have Ade calling in from London. Ade, let's talk. Ade, are you still with us? Okay, I think we're having network challenges, probably the rain. But yeah, just round off your thoughts.
No, so as I was saying, you know, the moment, at the initial stage of the issue of Boko Haram, what is the meaning of Boko Haram? Saying that Western education is nonsense. That is the time the northern leaders have needed to have checkmated that. But today, you have broods of children just walking around doing nothing, either pulling wheelbarrow or carrying pan everywhere and begging. They say the Almajiri and all that. Those are the time bomb. Those are the ones that they don't have any future. And because they know that if death comes, nothing. Who has invested in them? Nobody. So that's the problem. The moment you relegate education, you always make this kind of thing possible.
All right, then. We need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere. Still Journalist Hangout.
wires and cable. Great quality, now with the new look.
The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, on behalf of officers, airmen, airwomen and civilian staff of the Nigerian Air Force, is pleased to invite the general public to the 61st Anniversary Celebration and the 4th African Air Forces Forum. The NAP 61st Anniversary Celebration with the theme Optimizing Civil-Military Relations in a Joint Operational Environment for Enhanced Air Operations is scheduled to take place in Abuja from 14 to 20 May 2025. Activities for the event include open day visits to NAV bases, commissioning of quick impact projects, NAV Day seminar and reunion dinner amongst others. The 4th African Air Forces Forum is scheduled to hold at Eco Convention Hotel and Suites, Lagos from 21st to 23rd May 2025 and will include a seminar and exhibition, VIP reception cocktail and canopy, as well as VIP gala dinner reception. Join us as we celebrate 61 years of strength, dedication and national defense. Nigerian Air Force, willing, able, ready.
So why do you need Dettol 12-hour protective shield?
Why? Come, let me show you. From my husband's germ-filled journey to war, to his daily interaction, touching where everyone has touched, and the sweaty journey back home. What else can give you all day long protection?
Germs are everywhere, but Dettol's 12-hour protective shield shields your family every day,
Keeping them safe, healthy, happy, and successful.
Dettol, be 100% sure.
All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have Alaika Ibili right here and BKO. Now let's move straight to our next conversation. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. This timeless truth rings loud in the face of the People's Democratic Party's internal challenges. To bridge divides and restore focus, the PDP Governors Forum has appointed former Senate President Bukola Saraki to lead a 7-member reconciliation committee. Their task is to mend rifts ahead of the crucial May 27 National Executive Committee meeting and the August National Convention. Now, the meeting where key figures like the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and former Governor Udom Emmanuel signaling a renewed effort to put party unity above personal differences. Now, Vike, with Senator Saraki heading the reconciliation, I mean, what kind of reconciliation should we be expecting? Is it to pacify the aggrieved persons or to bring back the people who have left the party?
No, it's to first stop the ship from sinking. That's the most important thing. The ship has already run into a tempestuous storm, but it can still be rescued.
Okay.
If Saraki does not achieve the aim of stabilizing the party, stopping the hemorrhage of hitherto loyal members from the party, then the death of PDP is only a matter of time. We heard what former Governor of Benue, Senator Suswam said, that the PDP is actually an intensive care unit with a 50% chance of survival. And that if care is not taken, by 2027, PDP will be dead. The rate at which people are jumping from the PDP ship and bailing because they don't want to be swept away by the typhoon that looks determined to consume the party. You will be worried for the future of the party. And there are far too many selfish individuals in the party who do not care whether the party dies or not. To even hold a meeting, a NEC meeting, not to talk of convention, is a problem for the PDP. Now, Bukola Saraki has a chance to rally and galvanize the members and ensure that they even have that NEC meeting. Let them start with the NEC meeting. The biggest decision-making organ of the party is the convention, just like APC. After the NEC meeting, they can actually have a convention where elective positions will be up for grabs and all that. And hopefully, the matter of who is secretary of the party can be addressed once and for all. Whether it's Anyanwu or someone else that the governor of Enugu and some other people back, they can address that. Then there is also the matter of the BOT of the party. Out of 127 BOT members, 85 of them do not attend meetings of the party anymore.
That's sad.
So what are they still doing?
Exactly.
So there's a need to bring in new members, inaugurate new members. Bring them in and let's see how the injection of new members can energize the party. Why would people not attend meetings and they want to be seen as good party men and women? So there is a lot that needs to be done. I do not want to see the death of the PDP. God sees my heart. We want virile opposition.
Absolutely.
The kind of opposition that can push the ruling party to give its best to Nigeria. They must not go into the next election feeling that it's a walk in the park. It should never be a walk in the park. They must give the ruling party a run for its money. And you need an opposition party to be organized before that can happen. All the talk that, oh, it is not an election between political parties, it is an election between Tinubu and Nigerians. If it's easy to win an election without party structures, without party organization, without that, then there's no need for setting up parties. Let people just go into the race without belonging to any party. And you see, the funny thing is when one Nigerian says something, many people who assume it's making sense, they start regurgitating the same thing. How do you expect that people don't need parties, for example? Oh, that you don't need those political parties for an incumbent to be defeated. You need these opposition parties to be very organized, to be focused on the goal. You need these opposition parties to work together where necessary to defeat the ruling party. If you simply think that, oh, whether this party get themselves organized or not, the ruling party will be defeated. That means you don't know anything about policy. You are just going around peddling ignorance all over the place. You don't know politics. Political parties are the ones who can come together, opposition parties, who can come together and make sure that the ruling party is defeated. We saw what happened in South Africa. The ANC that had always dominated their politics, they couldn't form government. They needed to work with
the opposition.
Yes, for them to form government. It had never been like that with them. Although the warning had been there. Because I remember even in municipal elections, places where some of the biggest heroes of apartheid came from, ANC was well defeated there. So that was the warning sign that they didn't take. But we saw it in the last election. And If the ANC does not take time, his days are numbered. At least his day of dominating the politics of that of the country. Yes. So this is the point that we are making. The opposition must organize itself. If the PDP folds its arms and continue to watch its members move into the APC
party.
in the way that people escape from a burning house, then they should not expect that the ruling party will not win the next election. All this talk that, oh, it's a contest between the Nigerian people. Oh, the people in the political parties, are they not Nigerians too? What kind of argument do we see these days? You must stop. Saraki has the job of first stopping he must stop things from degenerating. It's bad enough at this stage.
Yes.
He must first stop the rot. Then, if they're able to hold their neck meeting, it will at least give confidence to people who still have faith in the party. And there are still people who have faith in the party.
Sure.
People like Sule Lamido, they've never left the party for one day.
Exactly.
He's a fantastic party man. I dug my heart for him every time.
About 2 weeks ago, we spoke about
Let me tell you, sometime in 2014, I was running the newsroom here, and somebody sent a story to my boss that, oh, Sule Lamido had left. I said, it's a lie.
No way.
I said, no, it's a lie. I said, I will confirm to you, sir, that it's a lie. I said, no, but this is breaking news. I said, it's a lie, sir.
There are some people that
I said, it's a lie, sir.
Exactly.
We spoke about
And then,
him just 2 weeks
what
ago.
did we see? I called him by myself. And he confirmed that it was a lie from the pit of what? Hell. That's what happened. There are some good party men. Ahmed Mohamed Makarfi has not left the PDP for one day.
Yeah.
He was one of the best governors of Kaduna State. Good man, good party man, good man in every sense of the word. And with integrity.
Very well. I can attest to that.
All right, Alayinka, other reconciliation, you know, the PDP have done some sort of reconciliation in times, and it did not work. Or maybe little or nothing. What makes this different now that it's been headed by Senator Bukola Saraki?
Well, with the choice of Senator Bukola Saraki, I hope the party will be able to bring itself together. However, I don't want to weep more than the bereaved.
Oh, really?
Because up till this moment, just as I said on this program 2 weeks ago, I'm still at a loss how PDP still allows the Minister of Federal Capital Territory to sit at the commanding heights of the party structure.
He's a member of the PDP.
He's a member,
He's a member of the party.
He's a member of
But
the
is
party.
he behaving as a member of the party?
He was there at the meeting on Sunday.
Look,
Because he's working for
Exactly.
the government.
No.
But it happens in the US.
see,
Even
not
the
because
president, even
it's
the
not because
president
he's
will
working-
headhunt. He will headhunt opposition.
It's not
and they will
because-
still they work for that government and they will still
it's not
remain their
because
party.
he's working with the APC.
Yes.
But all his actions,
Okay, because it's declared its intent to support the president.
it is not that. All his actions, the actions he has been taking, is totally
Like what?
against
Like
the
what?
interest of his party.
Like
Don't you
what
think
now?
the PDP actually hurt him?
Like
first?
what and what?
Look,
They went against the
party.
the zoning. He decided to work against many people. It's not the only person who worked against
I
his party.
know,
And
but
others
his
are still
own
there.
Yeah, exactly.
his own, I mean, there is a way
The G5 governors, how many of them have left PDP? They all work against their
He
party.
could have done that, but the way he's going about it, and they still look, the way it is.
What has he
it
done
looks-
in particular
it looks as
against
if-
his party? That's my concern. Against his own party.
Every other thing he has done
Like
is
what?
against the party.
No, like working for the federal government.
No. Is
That's why I'm giving
he the only
examples.
PDP? He's not the first.
No, it's not even the
a
first
party
time.
man
I say
that
by
will
the
work.
And he said he
intention
got
to
his
support them.
he got their permission
Exactly.
to work there. He said he got their permission
He
to work
got
there.
their permission.
Yes.
Okay, if he got their permission, and the party now says, which they have not done, that's
Did
the
they say he
reason.
should leave?
That's the reason why I'm saying that the party, maybe he has some things he has done for the party, that he's doing for the party, that
So,
we
okay,
outsiders
let me
don't know.
ask you.
Nobody,
That
when
there was-
everybody
because-
abandoned
yes.
the party,
Yes,
he
I
stood
know
firm
that.
and continued to fund the
Exactly.
party. Yeah?
I've credited him for that. But when everybody left the party, you work for the party, must you also now dictate everything for the party?
It's not
must you,
who
must you
says
be
he's
the one?
dictating?
Must
If
everybody
he's-
now dance
no,
to your
if he's
tune?
dictating, no, if he's dictating,
Yes.
then somebody like Anya, nobody should even touch him.
Okay.
Because it's clear that members of even the big people in the party don't want Anya Wu
I'm
anymore.
not sure he
But
himself
he
wants-
used the court. It's the court.
No.
Anya will use the court to remain in position.
I'm
Everybody
not-
knows that he's
I'm
somebody
not
that
even
he
sure
has.
Exactly.
Wike himself is supporting Anyawu.
No, he's supporting openly. He's saying that he's
okay.
supporting.
All right, gentlemen, let's look at the meeting that happened on
Yes.
Sunday night, where a number of big wigs, the party attended. I mean, what sign is this given for political watchers with that meeting?
It's difficult to say. But, Governor Suswan, former Governor Suswan said, let's wait for 2 weeks. Because to burst their bubble, at the same time that they were having their meeting, senators from Kebbi,
Okay.
who had defected, in any case, they were in the APC before, they left in anger with the former governor of Kebbi State.
Okay.
Now, they've gone back. So you see, the way people are defecting is a very bad publicity for the party.
Yeah.
They must first find a way to stop that, even if it's for now. They must first find a way to stop that. I do believe that Wike, the PDP issue is beyond Wike. The worst they can do to him is to send him packing. But the problems will remain. Because everybody behaves like, it's Wike that is the beginning and the end of it.
And you think
And
he's
there are
been
other
there
aggrieved
is
members
not,
in the
no,
party.
You think he's been there in the party is not an encouragement for others to say, okay, if you can't discipline this man, I'll go.
Those who are leaving, is that what they are saying?
Well,
that's not what they are saying.
They may not say it.
No,
It might be
those
one of
who
the
are
reasons.
leaving.
It might be one
No,
of the
you
reasons.
see, the thing is,
Because
the thing
no
is,
man can be bigger than the
no,
larger
nobody is
atom.
saying it's bigger than his party. Nobody is saying it's bigger. He fought against the policy of the leaders of his party that this thing should go to the north. I mean,
And
south.
to the south.
Yes.
And
Which
many
is
of us
okay.
also felt that PDP should be ashamed of themselves, even the governors.
Yes.
PDP had far more southern governors than the ruling party.
Exactly.
Yes.
But the southern governors still couldn't stop their party from allowing a northern candidate to emerge.
I think that was
it took
the crisis in the
APC
party.
people like El-Rufai to say no, he must go to the south.
Yeah.
And they said it publicly. They even said it before the president.
Yeah.
That he must go to the south. They didn't do that. And if he's unhappy with his party, he already gave reasons. During the primaries of the party, you allowed, against the rule of the contest, that no candidate can speak to the delegates twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You allowed Tambua to speak twice to them, so that Tambua can now tell the supporters to go and vote for Atiku. That cost Wike that victory. You understand?
Okay.
It cost him the election. He was not happy. The second thing he was not happy about was that we said this thing should go to the south.
To the south.
But you didn't allow that to happen, and that was why he fought the then chairman, who was also a northerner.
Yeah.
Apart from that, by tradition, when the presidential candidate comes from the north,
the
chairman
should come to the south.
We saw it. We saw it happen in the
It has always
PDP
been like
before.
that. Yeah. It has always
The
been
chairman
like
would then step down.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
But in this case, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So he had a reason to fight them. But I will not say that, the problem of PDP is wicked. They've always had their problems.
Okay.
Borevori did not tell anybody that it is because of Wike
That was why he left.
All of the people who have defected,
Well,
they didn't say it's because of Wike. The problem of the party is bigger than that.
I know.
There are people who believe that without them, the party does not exist. If you say this is how Wike is feeling, how about Atiku, who believes that the party was created for him and that he should be the standard bearer at every presidential election for the party. Is that not what we are saying?
In fact, that's
up till by now, if Atiku wants the party to survive, by now he should be saying, oh, let younger people, I will sacrifice my ambition for younger people. Let's fight this man who is in Aso Rock. But you are not going to see that. And from his body language, he's still interested in contesting.
Okay, now to round this all up, what are the chances of the PDP ending their squabbles? Or do you think it's too late?
Well, I don't know. In all honesty, I can't wager a guess to say that this is what will happen, because until that day when Atiku comes out and declare OHA that, as the Yoruba will say, I'm no longer interested in the presidency and I will support any southern candidate, no matter what. If he does that, even some of those who are defecting will likely go back or will have everything. But besides that, I don't see. They are suffering from a withdrawal syndrome.
Your final thoughts on this. Do you think it's too late, or you think they can still?
It's a bad situation. They found themselves. It's very bad. But they can arrest the drift.
Okay.
That is what I think Bukola Saraki should be doing. Bukola Saraki himself is a serial defector. The other day he was talking about people defecting. I said, you are originally APP. From APP to PDP. From PDP to APC. From APC back to PDP. What are you talking about? I mean, let's be realistic. This is simple history. 1999, you were not in PDP. So,
but do you think he's experienced enough to reach
he has experience and he's got it.
He's very cool.
He's a brilliant guy and he knows politics.
I think
he was
born into it. He knows politics. Somebody who admits that. And he knows what to do to turn defeat into victory. That may not always happen, but he has done it before. You know, he knew when he had to fight against his own father's political structure. He decided, okay, we are zoning governorship to Kwara South.
Exactly.
He did it, and Fatai emerged as governor, defeating his father's candidate. So such a person, he's got it. Politically, he's got it. Let's not write him off.
Exactly.
But he has a difficult job.
A difficult
job. But let him even first start.
Let
him restore hope first.
Absolutely.
Restore stability.
Exactly.
And we'll see things move.
All right then. Beautiful one, gentlemen. Olayinka Igbile. Appreciate you as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in. BQ, as always, thank you so much. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.
I heard that students have an opportunity to one fund like that has no interest.
I'm glad I heard about this name fund for my roommates. Then she told me about the grants. I was like, this is a nice idea, let me just give it a try.
My name is Adeyemi Rashidat Abeni. I am from Oyo Town in Oyo State, from Oyo West Local Government. My dad is a commercial motorcyclist, in other words, Okada man. I'm one of the beneficiary of the NEL Fund scheme, and it has been of a great help to me. I actually learned of it from my dad. He called me and was like, I heard that students have an opportunity to one fund like that has no interest. So I made an inquiry, I asked from a friend of mine, and the person said, yes, it's true. So I applied, and then I was very happy when I got the first stipend, because I was very broke at that period. I don't have anything. So it's part of the reason why my dad asked me to actually apply for it. He said, we hardly give you money for food. You are the one that always go and look for work or something. So at that period, I have something that I'm expecting that, okay, at least I will collect so amount from your fund and I'll be able to survive, and it has really, really been of great help. The very first day I heard the news, like that I received the fund, I was very, very happy. Like I was very, very happy because I was completely broke, like someone that doesn't have hope of what to eat or maybe how to go to school, and then you receive 20,000 naira. Like it was a very, very great thing. When I received the first payment, I was at home. I think I was completely broke and I was thinking, how would I survive? And then I checked my phone and then I was like, so amount. Then I checked the narration. I saw mail funds. So I was like, wow, they paid me. So I called them their dad because I've actually complained to them the previous day that I have nothing to eat, and they were like, we don't even have a way of helping you so at this period. He was very happy. He said, you see now. So it has really, really been. Well, I used to go for any work if I see an opportunity to work somewhere. So I do it. That's not really been convenient combining work with school, but with this at least I'm able to at least.
Mustafa Muturayo from Ogun State, Ifo, local government. So I'm a student of Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. I'm glad I heard about this name fund for my roommates. Then she told me about the grants. I was like, oh, this is a nice idea. Let me just give it a try. They approved my loan, both the school fees and the stipend, but I accepted just only the school fees. So I haven't been accepting any stipend now. So although it's a very nice opportunity and I'm very glad, despite the school fees, I'm still glad about it. My mom is a trader, but my dad is an engineer, a retired engineer. My dad was paying my school fees then. So when he retired, then things actually changed. Things turned over. Then my mom as a trader, so she's just doing the aspect of the feeding aspect and the